On Friday night, a comedian died in New York. Someone threw him out of a window, and when he hit the sidewalk, his head was driven up into his stomach. Nobody cares. Nobody cares but me. Hello, Daniel.
Rorschach? Long time no see. How have you been keeping?
Out of prison, so far. Take a look at this. Badge belonged to the comedian. Blood, too. He's dead.
Dead?
Investigated a routine homicide. Victim named Edward Blake. Found the costume in Blake's wardrobe. Seems he was the comedian.
I heard he'd been working for the government since '77. Maybe this was a political killing.
Maybe. Or maybe someone's picking off costumed heroes.
This is my review for Watchmen, the motion comic released in 2008. Motion comic takes the panels from the book and animates them, with voice work over the top. I was a little worried about whether this format would work, and I have to say, I thought it was fantastic. It's long, mind you. It's best to watch it maybe 3 chapters at a time, as its total running time is over 300 minutes. One thing I was worried about was if the impact of the book may have got lost during the translation to this format, and at least for me while I was viewing it, this was not the case. In fact, certain aspects work better in this form. For example, the comic read by a character in Watchmen called The Curse of the Black Freighter, I found works better in this form than it did in the book. Now you're viewing the voiceover of the Black Freighter and viewing the pics in this form, the double meanings in the lines from the comic book, from the pirate comic book, in relation to the main Watchmen story is more clear. It gave me a better appreciation of just how well everything fits together. Now it is true that all the voices are done by one actor, and it is very weird hearing him do the female characters' voices. However, if you think about it, well, this is what it's like when you hear audiobooks or read it to yourself. Plus, I personally found my issues with this soon faded. Though I can't see why they couldn't just get one female voice artist in, but hey, it wasn't too much of a problem after a while. The animation is very good, especially during the scenes such as the death of the comedian, Dr. Manhattan's origin, Night Owl's dream, and Rorschach getting set up. There are moments where the animation is very minimal, and that can get a bit annoying because it's kind of like you feel like the story's not moving along. But that should be expected, really, as Watchmen isn't an action-packed story. It's not full of big action pieces. It's moments of jarring violence tied together with brilliant story, and in that respect it loses none of its impact onto this form. All in all, I loved Watchmen the motion comic, though due to its runtime I might not be rewatching it for a while, but I can definitely see quite a few rewatches in the future. Fans of the book need to see this.
Says, but doctor, I am Pagliacci. Good joke. Everybody laugh. Roll on snare drum. Curtains.